And good evening, everybody. Here we are at the 75th Diamond anniversary of the New England Regional Morgan Horse Show. And I am so honored and pleased to have two of my really good buds, Peggy Alderman and Phill Fountain on my left and right. But also, they are adjudicating this fine event and doing it in fine fettle. Phill Fountain comes to us from Kansas, the head trainer at Peeper Ranch. Peggy Alderman is owner-proprietor of Salem Farm in North Clarendon, correct?
Correct.
Vermont. Now, Phill, even though you are from Kansas now, you were a Northeastern fellow in your youth, were you not? Tell us a little about that.
It's true, yeah. I grew up in New York, upstate New York, and very much a Northeast person. Went to University of Vermont for 4 years.
Absolutely. Stevie Davis, I think, is going to join us either later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah.
My alma mater. Got a business degree there before I headed into the horse industry full time.
Yep. Now, who did you apprentice under, though, in the Northeast that was of particular note?
Fred Herrick at Saddleback Farm for a couple of years, and then used to hang out a lot down at Lumen's, Wadham's place, probably way more than he wanted me to, and learned a lot by watching him as well.
Exactly. Yep. That's a great background. Peggy, did you start in Connecticut?
I did.
Okay, tell us all about that.
I started working for an Arabian trainer when I was 13.
Oh, dear.
And grooming, breaking colts, and that was my more formal education. No, he was a very good horseman.
Yeah.
Mert Sarter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A very good horseman.
Yeah.
And then I kind of, I worked here and there. I worked for a lot of the big trainers, going to horse shows and groomed some of the great Morgans in the past. And,
Exactly.
And started my own business at 20.
Yep.
In Connecticut.
Salem Farm.
Salem Farm
Right.
in Connecticut in 1975.
Oh, wow.
So, and I remember you from those days, Con.
Now, we are not going to exchange stories of those days, as they say, or at least on camera. You know, you and I certainly can do it
No, we always do exchange stories.
over adult beverages after the show is over. Yes, indeed. And we do not deny any of them. Phill, how long have you had your judge's card?
Oh, I believe it's 20 years.
Oh, Lordy.
21 years.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And what is your favorite thing about judging Morgan shows?
I feel like a kid in a candy store. when a really good class full of top horses come in, it's a wonderful thing. You get to pick what you like.
Yep.
out of an array of really wonderful horses.
Yes. It is tons of fun. It really is.
And we haven't even had any fist fights in Center
No, no. I think you are quite a synergetic panel from what we're seeing out here. You know,
we all have the utmost respect for each other's
Exactly.
horse ability. You
Yep,
know, so
yep.
we're
and your cards, you know, have gone very well, and we've heard lots of unanimouses, on your cards. How long have you had your card, Peg?
34 years.
Oh my gosh, you're so well preserved, dear. And what's your favorite thing about judging?
Like Phill, I finally get to see the whole horse show.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
it is particularly this show and Oklahoma, where there's such high quality stock.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really exciting when some
Yeah.
great horses come in.
Well, do you feel a little different, a little tinglier when you're here because of your northeastern background? You know, the New England.
It's odd.
If I do for sure. I've been coming to this horse show since before I was born.
Correct.
Literally, and so it's a huge honor to be
Yes.
judging this horse show. I'm thrilled that I was able to do it on the 75th anniversary that
Yep.
they asked me to do it, and it's it's coming home. It's watching this horse show, looking at this horse show from a totally different angle.
Exactly.
And I love it. I'm just thrilled to be here.
Now, you probably haven't had a chance. Have you had a chance to view some of the posters of the old pictures that are around?
We have not.
Oh, you will love it. It's just magnificent. And
Maybe Saturday night after the show we can take a cruise.
Exactly.
They keep us
exactly.
sequestered pretty good.
Well, understandably so. Yes.
They don't even know we're here.
Well, it'll be our little secret. It'll be like being on Oprah when Oprah says, "We won't tell anybody." Oh, dear me. So who's your favorite horse that you've shown? Because you've had so many great ones.
Oh boy, that's a real hard question.
Bring it on, girl. Is it a road horse or is it an English pleasure horse?
Well, Bada Bing, of course, has
Yep.
always been fun to show.
Exactly.
And all three of my great road horses are Rake's Progress, Trinity Royal Bay, and Flirtation.
Yep.
I mean, you
Yep.
couldn't have any more fun in the ring than
Yeah,
you
and
can
you
with
are good.
those guys.
And you can go on our website and then I think link to YouTube. And Peggy last year at Oklahoma wore the GoPro cam
Right.
with her roadmare flirtation and won the world with it. And it's a really good
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
video.
fun to do.
It was fun to do. How about your favorite, dear heart?
Oh God, a lot of them. I mean, last year, of course, Great Cliff Tony won the World English Pleasure Championship. Huge honor there. One of my favorites, and I actually only showed her a handful of times, of course, is our erotic dancer.
Yes, yeah.
Who went on to win many
Yeah.
world championships
And,
for
and
Dawn,
she's a
ladies
good
and
mother now, isn't she?
And a heck of a brood.
Yeah. Yep.
And just one of those horses that you love to work every day because she had such a great work ethic.
Oh, and just that expression. She
Yeah.
was just, Ms. Morgan all the way.
Right. And the fact that she's been a good broodmare for us is just the
Yeah.
icing on the cake.
Yeah, no, you're very fortunate. Now, is there any connection between Great Cliff Tony and Tony Hawk, your new acquisition?
Yeah, I was going to say, Phill and I are related now.
Yeah.
I understand, and I'm happy for both of you.
Yeah, we're thrilled to be related.
Yes, and I have to set everyone straight. Tony Hawk is Phil's horse.
Phil, your husband.
Yeah.
not
Phil, my
this
husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
Phil, my husband. He purchased him to become his amateur horse someday.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and
And
that's his future.
when do we get to see him? Tony Hawk, not Phill.
Um,
Alderman.
I believe they're going to Syracuse, and I believe Phil is going to drive him there.
For sure.
Yeah.
That okay, everybody, tune in and there'll be live.
I'm
stream-
not training him right now, so
I
he's at Jim
understand.
and Jenny Taylor. So I kind of step back a little bit, and
Well,
the owner and the trainers make the decisions. I'm merely the wife in this situation.
Oh yeah, I'm believing that just hook, line, and sinker. But at Gold Cup, the word on the street was, "Oh, Conk, you've got to look up the photo of Tony Hawk
Yeah.
on Howie's." And I mean,
I-
kneeing and hawking,
Yeah.
Special Colt.
Yeah. I got to
brilliant.
fly out to Gold Cup to see him, and
It was
he
all
pretty
good.
spectacular.
Yeah.
I was thrilled with him.
It was all good. Any talking points that we've passed over? Now you are going to leave me shortly and get on the wagon with Fred Nava's Shires.
Correct.
And there is a memorial tribute to Fred Nava, who was our former longtime show manager and a New England fellow of high regard. We all loved Fred. It's just going to be tearful as tearful can be. And so we will let you go off and do that. But any gems of wisdom relative to the show or anything upcoming in your lives that you've got the cameras on
No,
your.
I will say that we were all very excited to ride on Kohler's four in
Oh,
hand.
that was a
That's-
thrill. That
Yeah,
was
we're
truly
we're
was a
really
thrill.
excited about that.
Jerry and I rode up front.
And
I
the
rode
gals.
up Tuesday. He rode up last night, and Peg says we're going to get her up there
So
somehow in
I'm
that dress
climbing
on
up there in my
Saturday.
gown.
We could.
It'd be okay in the background. I'm not sure about getting out in center ring, but
Well,
they'll make it happen.
our cameras will be on you. Oh,
Thanks.
dear.
A huge thanks to Mr. Kohler
Exactly.
for setting that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
what
God,
a
they're
wonderful
magnificent.
team they are, and what a thrill to have participated.
Exactly. And I think Shirley O'Gorman is on site. I haven't seen her as yet.
We saw her yesterday very briefly.
Okay, yeah, and she is the trainer for Kohler Stables, and we love Shirley, and we
Yeah.
love her in that position. And so go to the Kohler Stables Facebook page and like it, and put comments in, very wonderful, positive comments, and so that their appreciation will go on multimedia.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they'll-
we're a little spoiled with our ride.
Yeah.
as well you should be. Well, you got the Shires.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big, and they will look a whole lot different, everybody, than Kohler's four. But Fred loved them, and we loved Fred, so that we're going to. Thank you for being my friends and for being exemplary judges and for being here. We appreciate it so much.
Well, thank you for
Thank-
inviting us,
Oh,
Conk.
you,
my
Conky.
pleasure. My pleasure. Night, night.
Bye-bye.
Class 344. Here's the bell now for entry 344. Here's Norma Katz out of Springfield, Vermont. Norma teams up with Battersea Toulouse. 344. Time to beat is 111.70. Well, how about that? Norma Katz making every right turn. So we'll have her time in just a moment. Current leader is Jeff Morse. Jeff's first of two. It is Raphael with a 111.70. Well, Norma, congratulations. You were clear on course, and I mentioned Jeff currently on top of the leaderboard with a 111.70. How about it for Norma Katz? 112.95, just off the bead for the lead, and will settle halfway through our class into second. Norma, nice drive. Entry 183 joins us next. Another veteran of the Morgan horse business and of the carriage driving, always a top competitor, Peter Webster, will show next. Well, Peter, we welcome you to the grandstand ring for your Scurry obstacle class. There's the bell, designated that the course is clear and available for Peter Webster. This is entry 183, the fourth in a field of 6. Equinox Empress is the drive for Peter Webster, and Peter drives for Carol Ramsey Rice. Carol Ramsey Rice of Hubbardston, Massachusetts, has 2 entries in our Scurry class. Always very competitive. Carol's been in the Morgan business for a long, long time. We'll have the time for Peter Webster coming up in just a moment. You may notice a different route selected by top driver Peter Webster. Beautiful old show horse, DRF Seawolf, and Tim Morrell. Tim, great job. We'll have the score for you coming up in just a moment. Remember, it is total time, so a knockdown will not eliminate you. It is just added on to your time. 5 seconds for every knockdown. Very quick, Seawolf and Tim Morrell. Time coming up. So the time now for DRFC Wolf, the Carol Ramsey Rice entry with Tim Morell as the whip. Very, very quick, 1:01.01. And he did have a ball down here. We'll add 5 seconds to that, but he drives to the lead with just 1 to go. Jeff Morse returns, and this is SBS, Risky Business. Entry zone by Jeff Morse, longtime supporter of the Morgan breed, with his home base of Richmond, Massachusetts. Jeff, it's up to you tonight. The leading time is 106.01. Good luck. Jeff Morse with a nice trip, but driving SBS Risky Business, and he'll need to beat a 106.01 in order to unseat our current leader. That's Tim Morell. Well, Jeff, congratulations with a nice drive, no faults at all, on course for the final driver to win our class. And I told you earlier, the leader was Tim Morell with a 106.01. So Jeff will need to be quicker than that. Jeff's time with a clear round is 106.38. So Tim Morell will win. Jeff Morse will finish in second and third with his 2 entries. What a nice finish to our obstacle driving, the Scurry Obstacles. Muffy Seaton, thank you very much for joining us here in the grandstand ring. Muffy makes her home in the beautiful state of South Carolina. She has her friend Bella. Bella's just 6 months of age and is a wonderful dog. Mr. Woodley, say hello to Bella if you would. Time to meet the winner in our obstacle driving class. It has been the Scurry class here to open up our Friday evening program. What a very entertaining start. We salute the best performance of the night. The quickest drive of a 101.01 and 5 seconds in penalties. Still fast enough to win. It's 184. It's DRF Seawolf. Tim Morell, the winning whip. Tim, congratulations. Carol Ramsey Rice, longtime supporter of the carriage driving division, is the owner of our blue ribbon winner. Mr. Fry joins us now. John, thanks for being with us. Second going to entry 452. First of 2 entries for Jeff Morse out of Richmond, Massachusetts. Jeff, you were clear on course, a 106.38, as we mentioned, just 37/100ths off the win. Third going to 453, back number 453. It's a second entry for Jeff Morse out of Richmond, Massachusetts. Jeff with a very respectable 111.70. Both of Jeff's entries error-free on course, and a 453. Raphael will finish in third. Fourth goes to 344. It's the entry of Norma Katz out of Springfield, Vermont. Norma had no faults, a nice drive on course, and a 112.95 tonight. Awarded that white ribbon into fourth. Fifth in our scurry, going to 183. Here's the second entry of Carol Ramsey Rice. Peter Webster handles the drive on the beautiful Equinox Empress. 183, had a 110.98 quick, but with 5 faults, end up with a 115.98. Sixth and final exhibitor, fault-free on course, a nice trip for 343. It's Barbara Esty of Chester, Vermont. Meadowmare Stormwatch, Barbara, 132.98, and with no faults on course.